we are going to do some coding. We'll code for like an hour, and then I got to run. It'll be a shorter one. Supposed to be 100 the first time. Hell yeah! Well, I appreciate that. Thank you for 100 bits. I appreciate that very much. Let's do this, and then let's do this. Oh, freezing, sending me swastikas. This guy. We just have our stupid weekly meeting. Our stupid ass weekly fucking meeting. God. Every single one of them could be an email. Every one of them could be a text. Magnus, good to see you. Welcome in. Caleb, welcome in. Good to see you, dude. How you doing? How are ya doing? All right. What was I working on right before the stream here? Right. I got, okay, my follow alert isn't working. Well, let's look into that. Thank you for the follow. That was, Delac Chloe. Thank you very much for that follow. Why is there not let's check this here. Events, follow. So what should happen here? Should be a chat message. Chat as streamer. Thanks for the follow username. Oh, it did. It did. Della Chloe. I'm an idiot. I just didn't see it in the chat. Thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. Climbing later today. Hell, you got to beat Lyle in June. Bike ride a little later. Nice, dude. Fuck yeah. Active day. That's awesome. Okay, so we have the right. This is what I was working on. I got to figure out a way to get these animations. How he I want him to keep that hand up until the next clap. Okay, so did I export this? I can't remember. Export that sprite sheet. Hell yeah. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Okay, so let me take a look. So open, closed, then open, flipped, and closed, flipped. So we'll get these animations in here. This one is actually going to be claw open flipped. And then from frame 9 to 11. Oops. We're going to have, this will be claw closed flipped. Excuse me. Okay, so the tricky part is that I need to have the battle that actually changes the animation. The battle is responsible for changing the animations based on the note that the player hits and whether or not they hit it on time. But it's got to be, so you got to write code that'll work for any enemy. And the enemies might have these different kind of behaviors based on their animations, so that's a little bit tricky. Boolean, good to see you, bro. How you doing? Everybody, let's get a shout out for Boolean. One of my new favorite game development streamers here on Twitch. Super dope dude. Good vibes. It's been my, like, I do on Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I do like this stream, and then I do like a second kind of work block in the afternoons. And my my routine lately has been thrown on Boolean stream and just hanging out, lurking. It's good vibes. Good vibes. Good to see you, man. How are you doing? No, thank you. Dude, I didn't know you also used to tour in a band. That's really cool. I didn't realize that. Gonna watch a documentary on the Persian Empire. Hell yeah, real man shit. You get home safe, dude. Have a good one. Boogie, good to see you. Welcome in. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Slip slop, welcome on in. Alrighty. So let me try and think. I'm trying to think of a way I can do this so that the battle system is generic enough that it can handle any enemies shit, but also flexible enough. So let's see here. Really the problem is when we set it back to default. That's the main issue. What's happening is we flip him and he does the thing, and then he immediately flips back to the default. Oh wait, it's not even doing that anymore. What happened there? Oh, I know why. Clock closed. Wait, hold on. So it goes, I think I mapped something wrong here. So open, normal, close, normal, open. Oh, here, that's why. This needs to be flipped like that. Okay, now let's see. Oop. It has been a while. I hope you're good, Boogie. How's life? So ideally, he would just stay on the flipped version. So let's see. I mean, because we only have 2 enemies. The other thing is that the enemies right now are just basic structs of data. Like, they're not actually classes with behavior. But I might have to rethink that. What's another way we could do this? We could map them to positive and negative. So like open could be 1, closed could be 2, flipped open could be -1, and then flipped open could be -2. And then what we could do is we could just do like if current enemy is crab, then we set the animation to negative the current animation. But that assumes that you can get the key value from a value in a map. Let's ask Claude if we can do that. In C++, can I access the first value in a map by the second value? Or wait. Yeah. So if I have map like standard map of int and string, can I pass a string and get back the associated int? Della Chloe. Bit old, but still really good. The movie, not the BF. Dogmas. That's a good one. That had Jay and Silent Bob in it, didn't it? Doesn't it have Ben Affleck in it? Just finished cleaning the home. Painted a few days ago. That's a big job. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. So maps are only indexed by key. To get the other direction, you'd have to iterate. Need to do this frequently. Clean solution contain the second map with the types flipped. Okay, so let's see. Affleck and Damon. Yeah, that's right. Are Jay and Silent Bob in that, or am I dreaming? Am I thinking of something totally different? Jalopy, what's up? Done, buddy. We got a year left of development on this bitch, probably. Never done. Okay. So you can't access. So I guess, yeah, we could just. This is a tricky one. Like the cleaner solution might be just turning each enemy into its own class. And then it can have some state and some behavior. Having it as plain structs is nice. But when you get into this kind of thing where you're trying to do different behavior based on the enemy, it's a little trickier. So what was it saying? Yeah, if value equals, okay, maybe this is the way we do it for now. Let's just see. Okay, so let's say we'll go here. If enemy dot short name equals crab, Okay, and then how does the map key value? Okay, so it'd be 4. And then you do the, right, so key value in enemy.anim map. Actually, no, that won't work either. Yeah, because we don't actually even know what animation is currently playing, do we? Extra blood coming in, 40 months. Holy shit. How are you doing? How many more? There's going to be a lot. I don't know. I don't have an exact number. Southpaw, good to see you. Welcome in, dude. I missed you. Missed you there. On the way to the pub again? Hell yeah, dude. Fucking A, have a good one. Okay, hold up. Maybe this will work. So we'll say if value equals battle box dot get, we have, yeah, get current anim. Then so let's do this. We could do int current anim index, and then we would say current anim index equals key, and then we'll break, and then we could go, let's just try this, battle box that's set animation. This is overloaded, so we can either pass a string or an int, and then we can pass negative current anim index. Let's try this. Okay, so because it's int string, if string equals this returns a string. Excuse me. Okay, so then what we would do is we would map for our crab animations. So claw, let me think. So claw closed. Let's put this as 1. Claw closed flipped will be -1. Here, we'll call this claw open. Or wait. We would want the negative value to be the flipped version. No, not the flipped version. The unflipped version. So then this would be claw open. -2 would be, what did we call it? We'll go claw closed. Oh, fuck. What are they called? Claw open, claw closed, claw open flipped, claw closed flipped. Flipped. We'll set this to +2. And then we would go -2, claw, open, flipped. All right, let's see what this does. Whoop. New job, amazing for upper body strength. Let's go. Getting swole. Getting freaking swole. All right. Let's see what happens here. Okay, so it's constantly flipping. It's constantly flipping back and forth between open and closed. Damn. Yeah, I don't know if I can do this without turning enemy into a class. Because then what I could do is I could just say, I could just have a function like on lane pressed or something. And then that class would just handle its own behavior. I don't think there's a way I can do this while just keeping the enemies as these simple structs, which is kind of a pain because this is nice and clean, but and it also means a bunch of refactoring, but I think I don't think it's going to be doable otherwise. Hell yeah. Upcoming wedding, let's go. If the deadlifts kept your back safe, be careful. That's what fucking one day of not warming up for deadlifts properly changed the trajectory of my entire life. So you be careful with those deadlifts. Boxes around. What's up? Became a luthier. Hell yeah. You built your own. Now you're a woodworker. Hell yeah. That's amazing. I love that. Fuck yeah. That's sick. Okay, I'm trying to think. I'm just trying to think if there's a way I could fit what I'm trying to do into the current architecture, but I don't know if it's going to be possible. Yeah, you're telling me. Literally, literally one day of not warming up properly actually changed the next 30 years of my life. Gaped brain, let's go. Doing C++ now, baby. Making this one just in C++ using Raylib. That's it. Okay, another thing I could try. Let's try this. Okay, we're gonna go if okay, so then we would say if sound active timer greater than or equal to note duration plus 0.2 and All right, so in the pub, got a pint? Hell yeah. Fuck yeah, dude. Cheers. I'll cheers you with my sugar-free Monster. So let's try that. Well, let's just do this. If this is such a fuck around of a way to do this. This is probably just a dumb way. I'm trying to avoid refactoring. I'm trying to avoid a big refactor here. So we got to get, so we would say, no, but that still won't work. I'm trying to think of a way to do the reverse, the negative animation. Like I was going to check if the current animation isn't the one associated with the negative value, then switch to that one. But that'll always be true. It'll just always constantly go. The only way is to have some state in the enemy itself, which means we're going to have to refactor these into classes. Okay, I'm going to put that on the list because that's going to be a big job. Maybe I'll do that this afternoon. Refactor enemies to classes. We'll do something else for the rest of the stream here. I only got about a half hour today. Okay, what we'll do just in the meantime, we'll just go with open and closed for now for these animations. And then we'll call open default. And then we'll map these. Excuse me. Well, yeah, that's the problem, though, Slipslop, because what it's going to do is it's going to go. I'll show you what's happening right now. So every single frame. Thank you for the follow. Shit. Thank you for the follow there. Shit. So you can see every single frame it's switching. So to avoid that, what I'm gonna have to have the enemy. It's like right now there's no actual enemy. I don't know how to explain. I don't know how experienced you are with coding, so I have no idea if any of this is gonna make sense. But right now the enemies are just simple structs, which means they don't have any state. They're just data. So the enemy doesn't know what frame it's on, if that makes sense. It doesn't remember anything. It's just sort of like, here's a little blueprint. It's telling me what thing to draw at what time, basically. But if I want the object to remember what its current animation is and switch based on that animation, it's going to need state. Thank you, Nikki. So yeah, I'm gonna have to refactor. So right now, like I have this file here, enemies.h. So all this, and this will all have to change. I have to change all this shit, unfortunately. But that's gonna be a big job. I'll do that this afternoon because that's gonna be a bit of a couple hours for sure. Okay, so a little snap animation near the collabs. Yeah, so let's just do that. So let's remap these. So you're gonna want, I was doing -1 as default, I believe. So we'll go 0, claw closed, and then -1 default. And then, whoops. Make the AI refactor. You're fucking lucky I don't ban your bitch ass, right? I'm so goddamn sick and tired of people coming in here to just get AI to write it. I'm going to get AI to write the next Dead South album. We're not going to do a fucking thing. Why do anything ever? Why would you try? Why would you put effort into something? Why would you try and get better at a thing? Why don't you just blow your brains out? Hell yeah, Castellos. Okay, is it actually changing the animation here? I don't think so. No, so we gotta... Okay, I think that's how we had it set before. I can't fucking stand that. It drives me absolutely fucking mental. There we go. Okay, so now his little claw is actually closing. So I was thinking of making like a little. He snaps his claw shut, and there's a little sort of like bloop, a little bloop animation. So let's make that. How big? Like a square around. Like what is actually about 4 of these gray squares? 32, 32. Let's make a 32, 32. Call it a sploop. It's just like, yeah, it drives me fucking, because it's just like, why, like, I don't like this idea that you shouldn't try and pursue excellence or mastery at something, or that you shouldn't try and like make yourself better through the pursuit of doing something and doing it well. I absolutely fucking hate that, like that worldview and that mindset is just so, I have zero respect for that mindset. And surprise, surprise, every single person who comes here and fucking says that has literally nothing to show. Let's throw in. Boom, 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 boom. Knowing it's unattainable, exactly. You pursue it knowing full well you'll never get there. I could probably get AI to make this little animation for me too. I could get AI to write my banjo parts for the new album. And I'm not even an AI hater either. Like, I use it as like a tutor. I use it when I'm stuck. I use it as like for more efficient Googling, but just this, like, just get it to do it for you. God, I just fucking hate that. It drives me goddamn insane. Kind of looks like a butthole. I kind of like it. Does her art genuinely? Hell yeah. Okay, so maybe, let's see. We'll go a couple more frames. Oops. Let's like extend it out maybe one more pixel, and then the following frame we will... Now we'll start erasing. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. Have I been putting this on the wrong? I do this all the time. God damn it. Fuck. I put shit on the wrong frame all the damn time. Son of a bitch. Okay, let's go through here. You know what? Fuck it. We're just going to restart. It'll be more work moving everything over than just doing it again. Yeah, let's start with... Perfect nutrition, your body wastes nothing, never poop or pee again. That'd be amazing. I want it. We gotta get what's that guy's name? Brian Johnson. Get him doing that. Not Liver King. Whoops, not Liver King Brian Johnson. The Live Forever guy, Brian Johnson. Okay, and then here, yeah, let's start erasing on this one. Let's see. Do we just keep extending it all the way to the edge of the frame? Maybe we'll do, let's try this. Let's go like, boom. Okay, I don't like that one there. Okay, and then let's do this. What we'll do is we'll extend by 1. And then we'll remove by 2. We'll just do that until they're all gone. Let's see how this looks. Remove by 2. Okay, that's probably good. We'll play with this. We'll try this and see. We'll see how this looks. This will be, we'll call it, what do you call this? Sploop. I'm going to call it a sploop. Sploop.png, yeah. All right. Let's go to resources. Call it Sploop. And then we'll load it. And then we want to make sure it loads. So we'll go substitute crab sploop. There we go. Make sure it gets unloaded properly. Okay, and then now, yeah, so again, we're going to want, because this animation is going to be different than the crabs, we're going to want, yeah, okay. So this is more just pointing to making the crabs an actual, or the enemies an actual class. Okay, I'm going to do, that's going to stay on the list for later. I got 10 minutes here. Let's see. Is there anything we can do real quick? Enemy fade in and scale up at the start of battle. I think we could do this. Future-proof visuals, welcome on in. This is C++. Co-work and stream, hell yeah. It's going to be a short one today. I got to leave in about 10 minutes here, but... Brian Johnson Massacre. Who's that? He killed a guy. Boxes around. You have a good one. Okay, let's take a look at this here. So, you know what? Let's just close that. Start a new one. Okay, yeah, so moving rects. So during this drawing text state, that's where we could do it. So we'll go here, let's see. Okay, so then in our... excuse me. Update rect, update sprite. Let's call it fade in sprite. Should just need DT, I think. Go here. We'll go boom. Middle battle rect, fade in sprite. Okay, so what we'll do is, so our sprite is our animated sprite. What we'll do is we will, let's see here. Let's make like a set alpha, set position, set animation. We'll go here, void set alpha. So right now we'll just fade it in, then we'll do the fade in with the scale up. We'll just go float alpha. Animated sprite, set alpha. And then we'll go alpha equals alpha. We're going to need to add an alpha float. Let's see. Let's put it position scale. Put it here. make sure we initialize it. Yeah, we'll put it 1, set it at 1 by default. And then what we'll do, so here, middle battle rect constructor, we're going to set sprite, set alpha. And this will be, we'll start it at 0. And then in our sprites draw, we'll do this. We'll go const color, call it call. That'll be white.r, white.g, white.b, and alpha. Oh, and actually, alpha is not going to be a float. It's going to be, I think alpha is unsigned, unsigned char, I think. Yeah, and then here we'll go call. Okay, so now it shouldn't draw the sprite at all. Lullabelle, welcome in. Brian Johnson Massacre Psychedelic Rock Band. Okay, I think I've heard of that, actually. Maybe someone on the stream has mentioned it before. Okay, interesting. Wait, hold up. Set it to 255 by default, since it's unsigned char, and then middle battle rect, we'll set this, it'll just be 0. Let's try that. I got to get an incremental build going. These compile times are crazy. Okay, so still drawing at full. Still drawing at full alpha. Let's get that. Let's get that value. It's basically an integer, right? So I think %i will work there. Okay, so it's 255. It gets set to 255. Oh, might be this. Set alpha, right, float. It should be unsigned. Unsigned char. And then down here we'll have to unsigned char alpha. Try that. Alejandro, welcome in. Just plays tambourine in the middle of the stage. Fuck. Get that fucking guy out of there. Okay, is it 0 at all? It's never 0. That's interesting. Sprite set alpha. Let's see if this is running. Set alpha. I don't know how these fucking bands, I don't know how these guys afford that shit, man. Like, there's no fucking way we'd be paying a fifth guy to just stand there with a tambourine the whole time. Okay, so that is getting called. So something is setting it back immediately. But the weird thing is that I literally just made this set alpha function. So nothing else can be setting it through that function. Oh, I know why. I know what's going on. It's because I have a rotating animated sprite class that is slightly, it has a different draw because it draws the sprite. It inherits the animated sprite, but then it draws it based on an offset. So it actually has a different draw call. So that's what's going on. So we'll go here. Let's go const color. Call it call. And then it'll be this. It'll be white.r, white.g, white.b, and alpha. And then down here, change that to call. That's probably what it's going to be. Paid in exposure. There we go. Okay, that's what's going on. Okay, so now we want that alpha to slowly increase over the course of that little fade in. So what we'll do is, so that'll be in, it was in this drawing text. So what we're going to do is, and what did I call it? I called it, was it in middle battle rect? Fade in sprite, yes. Okay, so here we go, fade in sprite. So what we're going to do is we're just going to say if alpha greater than or equal to 255, we return. Oh, hold up. Set alpha. Let's make a get alpha as well. So it'll be an unsigned char get alpha. It'll be const. Cairnsy coming in. Cairnsy coming in with the sub. Let's go. 54 months. Holy shit. Yeah, you and me both. You and me both, brother. Okay, fuck, I gotta go right away. But I think we can finish this. So unsigned char get alpha. Where's get current anim? Unsigned char animated sprite get alpha. It's gonna be const. We just return alpha. Okay, and then in middle battle rect, we're gonna go if sprite.get alpha greater than or equal to 255, we return. And then we're going to do sprite dot, we'll say this, we'll say so middle battle rect will need an alpha value as well. Let's go sprite alpha. Or wait, no, we shouldn't need that. We can just do sprite dot set alpha, and we'll just set it to its get alpha. You know what we'll just say unsigned char current alpha is sprite.get alpha. Boom. And then we'll say if current alpha greater than or equal to 255, we return. And then we'll just say current alpha current alpha plus dt. That's always going to truncate down towards 0 though. Whoops. This might not work. This might give us an error. It might error, or it might just silently fail and never, the alpha might never increase. Oh, I actually have to call this function. So, excuse me, we're going to do that in drawing text. So then it would be middle rect dot fade in sprite. Okay, let's see. Let's see what happens. Arrived with Iron Brew. Nice. I got the next best thing. I got a monster, sugar-free monster energy. All right, let's see what happens. Yeah, so that's not going to work because we're increasing it by a very small decimal, but that's just always going to get truncated down towards 0, so it's always going to be 0. What if I just do +1? The problem with that is that on different frame rates, it'll be a different value. Or sorry, it'll increase at a different rate. Okay, and then it never quite got, actually, okay, that's actually not bad. I guess because it's not 255 frames. We can just do this const int alpha speed. Let's just set it to 2. But yeah, that is going to cause problems with different frame rates. So I'll have to figure out a more robust way of doing this. Okay, it's still not even reaching full alpha by the time that's done. Okay. Let me go to my to-do list here. Alpha increase needs to be consistent across frame rates. All right, I got to leave it there for today, everybody. Let's do this real quick. So what was I working on? Kind of a dog's breakfast there. Crab anims Sploop art. And what were we just doing? Oh yeah, enemy fade in. Sweet. Just a short little one today. We'll be back tomorrow around 7 p.m. my time. Thank you for tuning in, everybody. I got to run. I got a meeting in 5 minutes here. Everybody have a wonderful day. Let's raid New Jank. He's another new game development homie here on Twitch. Delic Chloe, thank you for the follow. Good to see you. Nikki, Magnus, Freezing, Anti-Ladane, Knights of Nikestelos, Cairnsy. Who else? I'm sure I'm missing some people. I'm sorry if I missed your... Did I say Knights of Knee? Alejandra, Lalabelle, Future Proof, everybody. Hell yeah. Thank you very much. We're going to raid New Jank, and we'll see you tomorrow evening. Have a wonderful rest of your hump day, everybody. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.